My uncle, who passed away, but he always used to have the Walkman. So when he used to come to my house, he used to be popping his head, and I used to just be looking at him like, looked like he was always in his zone, because I'll be calling him, he can't hear me, and then he's whispering, and it looks like he's enjoying himself, and I'm like, what is he doing? Let me listen to that. He'll let me put it on, and
What song was the first song you memorized? Well, the first
he
song that you
used to
remember.
he used to be he used to always listen to Rakim,
Mm.
like Rakim fanatic. He used to have the cassette, so let me listen to it. I'm just bobbing my head, and I'm like, yo, I need this. I mean, he bought me one, and it was just like, it was just a zone. But my little brothers and sisters, we used to have the radio on all day. It's like we'll be in the house, we'll start singing the songs. It's like, take your mind off of what's the reality of what's going on. Like, there's no food in the house. We're waiting probably for my grandmother to come over town, across town, to maybe give us something.
Where was she from?
She's from College Avenue. You know, come over to where we was at, and probably bring some groceries, whatever. When times was rough, it was like I said, my father was strung out. Like, at the time, he'll work in the Hunts Point Market, so he'll leave probably like on a Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and we won't see him again until like a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But he was on drugs anyway. But there's only so much he can help at that time. So my mother got six of us, and she don't got no job, and we in the shelter. So
How does your mom explain your dad being gone for 3, 4, 5 days at a time?
I mean, she had to explain it to me because I was smart. You know, I knew what was going on. I seen it, so I knew he was just messed up. You know, I knew the drugs was making him do that, because I knew my father before the drugs. You know, but he's clean now, everything good.
Yeah.
You would never think he on drugs, but
Yeah.
back then it was crazy.
So I guess who would you say were the biggest influences on you as a person, as a musician, as a rapper? Like who influenced you the most?
Big, big. You know, the crazy thing is, just like going into the Biggie story, is that's how I found out he died. Like, my father was working that night, and he came in a little bit early. He came in. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He's like, yo, DJ, turn off the music, man. He said he killed Big in L.A. And I was like, just messed my whole joint up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Big was the big influence, man. You know, because it was like, when I heard his record, Juicy, as a little kid, and I'm listening to it, but it's not like now. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to a record, you don't know how to do. Look, you go on YouTube,
Yeah.
so you just gotta wait till you catch it on Video Music Box,
And press
or
record.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And as far as, you know, the visual go, so I'm like, yo, this dude is dope. And then I see him, big, big black dude rocking. I'm like, yo, this kid, this dude is dope. You know, so yeah, that's crazy. But Big had the biggest influence.
So like I guess talk more about. I mean, you're from the Bronx. Like hip
Yeah,
hop is synonymous with the Bronx.
yeah.
How does I mean? Does that what does that mean to you?
Being the Bronx, the birthplace, is a big thing. You know, um, take pride in it. You know, I wish we had more as far as the boroughs. You know, we really go hard. We go harder than people think. But I mean, you know, the greatest rapper out the Bronx we lost at a young age. You know, Big Pun, rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace. You know, but shout out to my boy Fat Joe. Like, he been holding it down for like 20 years, man, and he's still rocking. You know, but you know, then you got the greats, KRS One. Shout out to him. It was big for me because, you know, he's the pioneer. He's the legend. He asked me to be on his last album. So me going to Showbiz joint, rocking on the Showbiz beat for KRS One for his album, that was huge. And you know, I'm just so BX, man. You know, anything with the Bronx, I try to,
Right.
you know. But yeah, it's huge. It's the birthplace, and you talk about New York. We talking about the birthplace of a hip hop culture that's like world
Mm-hmm.
renowned, and
Mm-hmm.
it happened here where we doing this interview at. So that's crazy.
It's kind of crazy how you think about, hip hop is it's literally people that have nothing just making a beat and then just
Yeah,
saying words over it. And in 30 years, it influences the whole world. Like there's no
yeah.
getting around it. You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing about it, I always say that hip hop generated from poverty.
Yeah.
I don't think if the people was rich and they had things to do, nobody would ever just be like, you just bang on this. You had to be bored out your mind
Right.
to start banging on stuff and start making it a beat. Bored, nothing to do, no money, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
so it's
Definitely.
beautiful.